Hi guys, wanted to update the vapor blasting video and let you know that my air control valve just arrived. This is a combo that you can get from Eastwood, and it includes a sandblasting gun, which I really don't need. What I was after was the pedal. For $69 you get the air pedal along with the sandblasting gun. Just gonna unbox it now and see what we got inside. So those are the parts that came with the kit, and what I'm hoping is that I can directly connect to this foot pedal the half-inch fittings, which I believe you can, based on what I'm seeing here. Let me grab some tools and we'll pull it apart and see if the fittings work. My goal for picking up this kit is I wanted half-inch fittings all the way through, and it looks like this has it. So I'm gonna try to pull this thing off and see if we can get it off. So there you have it, guys. So there's your half-inch fitting. So this is the fitting that I want to put in there. We'll check and make sure it'll go. Yep. All right. So once I clean up these threads, this fitting should screw right in there. So just go in just like that. I'll go ahead and take off this side too. When I saw this pedal, I was hoping that it came with these adapters on it, and luckily it did. The most important thing with these vapor blasting systems is that you have as little air restriction as possible. So all of these fittings and adapters will only cause you problems. See, and that's a decent sized orifice. I had picked up another pedal from Amazon, and the airport size was totally inadequate for this, and I'll go ahead and I'll grab that foot pedal and compare it to this one in a second. Alright guys, so this is the other valve. Now this was a valve that I picked up from Amazon, and it was inexpensive. It was about 20 bucks, but unfortunately there's nothing great about this air control pedal. Show it to you guys so you can see the difference. So look at the size of the opening for the air in this pedal. Not to mention, there's no way to get this connector onto here without putting a bunch of adapters on this thing. And you can look inside here. It's poorly made when you compare it to this thing. So this thing has huge air intake, and it's got a large port for the air to flow through, whereas this one has this tiny little port on the A side. Anyway, this thing I think is going to work out perfectly. To keep the pedal from sliding around, since the bottom is flat, and I'm going to be putting it down on a concrete surface, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some Wellwood contact cement, a little throwaway brush, and a piece of yoga mat. My wife was kind enough to loan me about 4 inches by the length of her yoga mat. That way I can use it as a surface. I'm going to test the contact cement on this first to make sure it doesn't disintegrate this foam. And if it holds up to it, then I'll go ahead and scuff up this surface. So you want to make sure you scuff it up with something to allow the glue to stick. So in this case I'm going to use this little scruff pad. That'll give some nice scratches to the bottom of this so the glue can bond. Alright, let me test it and I'll restart the video. Alright, test went okay, so I'm going to go ahead and scruff this up. And you want to make sure that any spot on the bottom that looks shiny doesn't look shiny anymore, and that's how you know that you got enough scratches in this that the glue will bond. That looks good to me. Give it a quick wipe. Now this glue works best is to apply some, not real heavy, but enough to cover it, and then let it get a little tacky before you apply the rubber. That's good there. There's my rubber piece. And again, you're not caking it on real heavy or anything. Just make sure you get decent coverage. So that it can bond to the other surface. Give that a few minutes, and then I'll go ahead and apply it. Guys, that's it. There you have it, glued on. There it is. Alright, this is where I'm going to position the pedal. And currently I have a 3/8 inch line coming off the air regulator going into the cabinet. I'll show you what that looks like now. So it's that black hose along with that air valve and everything else. I'm going to pull that off the gun and use this new 50-foot 1/2 inch hose in place of all that. Alright, let me go ahead and take that off and I'll show you guys how I do it. Alright, now that I got that thing off, let's come around this side. I'm just gonna, right now I just have it going through this hole, so I'm gonna pull this thing out. That's it. There's this hose. And then I may have to make the hole in the cabinet bigger to fit this hose. So we'll see here in a second. I have to make it bigger. Maybe. Might fit. I may have to make it a little bit bigger. So let me go ahead and enlarge that hole a little bit, and then I'll restart the video. Alright guys, this is what I'm going to use right here. Alright, I gave it a little file, and so now it fits much better, see? So that's perfect. So I'll go ahead and put the right end in. So here I got my end coming from the floor. Right, it's right here. Got it coming out here. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put this check valve over here. So I got to make sure that the arrow, you see that arrow there, the arrow points this way. Alright, so I'm going to put that in there, and then I'm going to go ahead and use my homemade clamp tool, wire clamp tool. Alright, so here's the little wire clamp all bent up, ready to go. So remember, this thing has to flow. Air's coming from the foot pedal, coming in this direction. I just got it bent over. So it's going to go out. You can see that arrow there. It's going to go this way to the air nozzle. So there's the tool all set up, and all you need is 11 millimeter. If you guys want to learn how to make this little tool, just check out my YouTube video on it. Make sure that's in there good and tight. Okay, make sure you got it in the right position before you tighten it all up. Once you got good tension on it, you go ahead and push it over. So that's good tension there. I'm going to go ahead and push it over. Make sure this thing is aligned in the middle. Push it over, push it over, push it all the way over. And that's it. So that's got a nice good clamp on it. Just cut off the ends here. And then just finish the clamp by pushing these pieces into the center here. I'm going to go ahead and push it in. Push this one in. That's it. So now that's a really strong clamp. It's not going to come off. It's not going to leak. Now I'm going to go ahead and attach the other piece. Alright, so this side is going to go to the gun. Go ahead and put this clamp on. Same thing, okay? So I'm going to get my little clamp tool. I'm trying to do this while filming it, guys, so bear with me here. Alright, make sure you got this thing straight. And then grab your ratchet. Start tightening it up. Make any adjustments as you go. And once you got enough tension on it, you'll feel it. You'll feel it when you have enough tension. That's it, guys. See, that won't snag, that won't come off. Tighten this thing real good. That's it. So there you have it, right there. Attach the other end to the gun, pressurize it, and see if everything's okay. Alright guys, so here's the last part of it. So you push your hose on the end of your air nozzle. Set up your clamp once again. Just set up your tool. Once you lock the tip in, just hold it. Flip up the wire. And cross the wire over. Twist it like a giant bread tie. If you push the wire forward, it kind of locks it a little bit better, I found. So here, maybe you got a better angle here. Alright, so I'm going to start it down here because it's going to want to work its way this way. Repositioning if you have to. You'll feel it when you got good tension on it. You'll see it start to bite down on the hose. Once you start to see it bite down on the hose, then you can go ahead and flip it over. So right there, I got good tension on it right now. So I'm going to go ahead and flip it over. Once you got it over to this position, just cut it off. And then bend these two pieces in to finish the clamp. You can go either outside or inside, however you want to do it. I think in this case I'm going to go outside. Go outside, push it down, push it into the hose. That way, if you run your hand on it, you're not going to snag your skin on it. So that's it. There you go. So that's another one done. While I'm at it, I might just replace this clamp, make them look nice and even. Anyway, there you have it. So I'll go ahead and finish up this clamp, and we'll. That's it, guys. Simple as that. So there you go. Got a couple real nice looking clamps. These hoses are not going to come off. Alright guys, so I clamped up this side. I'm going to do the foot pedal. Go ahead and reposition the camera. I'm going to give myself a little slack just in case I need to move the pedal around a little bit. So I'm going to cut it right about here. going to bend up my wire. I'll turn the camera back on. So there you have it, guys. Alright guys, system's pressurized. Doesn't look like there's any leaks. Show you how the inside looks. That's how the inside came out. Relocated the check valve to closer to this side. That way it's not in the way of my gun. I don't have any of that valve and all those clamps in the way anymore. I'm going to go ahead and flip the machine on and give it a quick test. Guys, air control works great. Alright guys, all set. If you guys liked the video, make sure to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and comment if you would. If you guys have any questions about this setup, the total cost, I have a separate video that you can check out. Gives you the cost breakdown of all the parts that I used. And another video I have is the clamp tool, how to make it, how it works, and as you can see, it works perfect. This Eastwood foot pedal is fantastic. It flows perfectly and is built really well. So I hope to see you guys next time. Take care.